happy, Jenny. I'm finally gonna get married soon.
Really? Congrats!
Aw, thanks.
I guess you finally found someone that you're interested after all these years.
Of course I have, but what about you? You're my older sister after all, so I was sure that you'd be getting married. Oh, I remember. You couldn't possibly get married with that hideous face of yours.
Now, what makes you think saying that is okay? But whatever, I'm just glad to see my little sister is getting married. Thanks for letting me know about this.
I didn't even really want to let you know about any of what's going on, but Mom kept pestering me about telling you, since you are my older sister.
You know, I realize that it has been a few years since we last talked to one another, but you seem to be a lot colder than you were before. What gives?
That's because talking to you feels like a demerit to me. I almost want to vomit because of the anxiety I have.
What the?
I have a question. Do you not feel embarrassed by how gross you look to others?
What do you mean?
Take a look in the mirror, please. The whole right side of your face is disgustingly scarred from your burns.
I don't have to take a look in the mirror to know how bad this scar looks, but...
Well, if you know about how bad it looks, then maybe you should stop going out in public. You cause a huge problem for anyone that has to look at you. We have the exact same looks as sisters, but I can't even imagine being that gross, having that bad of a scar on my face.
Have you forgotten how I got these scars? I got them from protecting you, remember?
Huh?
Back when we were in high school, you encountered a drugged-up homeless person who tried to get his way with you.
That story, huh?
He was probably high off his butt, but he tried to touch you and take you back to his shelter, right? And when you pushed him down, he grabbed that pot of boiling water that he had over the fire and tried to throw it on you. But I jumped in and took the full heat of that boiling water to my face to protect you.
I laugh at that story all the time, thinking about how he tried to burn me with that. How did he even get his hands on a nice Betty Crocker pot like that?
This story isn't something to laugh at.
Even though he had his hands on such a nice piece of cookware like that? As a homeless person? And even if you didn't come to help me, I would have been just fine. I could have just dodged that water without breaking a sweat.
I highly doubt you would have moved in time.
Even so, what does this mean to me? You getting burned wasn't my fault. It was that dirty old hobo's fault. So those nasty burns you had have nothing to do with me.
I'm not trying to blame you for these burns, but I just wanted to tell you that making fun of my burns and saying that they're disgusting hurts my feelings a lot. These scars are just another part of my story now.
Well, the terrible side of my story is that I have to have a freak sister like you. During the rest of my time in high school, all my friends ever talked to me about was how badly your face was burned. It was super annoying. I wish that I would have had a cuter and less burned older sister.
Well, I can't help that this happened to my face, and it shouldn't be something that you wish I never had.
Well, if you could just do me a favor and leave me alone from now on, that'd be great.
Ugh. When will your wedding be?
Really? Do you literally plan on coming?
Even if we fight a lot, I am still your family, and I want to be there to celebrate with you.
Well, that's too bad, as I already told his family that you passed away, so don't show up.
Huh?
Well, before I ever brought that up to them, I always just said that I never had an older sister. But there was one time where my fiancé saw your picture, so I had no choice but to tell him that you died. And I really didn't ever want him asking to meet you, so...
You prick.
It shouldn't matter to you, right? My life doesn't have anything to do with you anyway. So this is my goodbye.
My name is Jenny, and I'm a 34-year-old office lady. I live by myself in the city, and I'm single at the moment. I have no particular hobbies, and I pride myself primarily for focusing on my career. In a short matter of time, I've already made it all the way to being head of my department. But for someone as simple as me, I have some very big news. My little sister, whom I haven't seen in over 5 years, is getting married. However, she didn't really enjoy telling me that she'd be getting married and made sure I knew why that was. So, to be honest, I'm not all too pleased to be related to her at the moment. I really want to take the chance to repair my relationship with her, but to make that happen, I'm gonna need to choose the right day. Of course, when that day comes, it'll most likely create a lot of drama. Your fiancé is Drake Brookins?
What? Why do you know his name? I told Mom not to tell you anything about him.
I never asked Mom about any of this.
Then you went out of your way to look all of this up? Gosh, I can't believe you're a stalker freak.
It's not like that.
I bet that you're attracted to Drake now, huh? I bet you want to steal him away from me?
That's not at all what I think.
But he works for a major trading company and he is such a hunk. I can totally understand you wanting to get with him. But he is already taken by me.
I know that. Why the hell would you think that I would want to steal my own sister's fiancé from her? Who thinks like that?
A person who's almost in her late 30s and still hasn't found someone to marry her? It looks to me like that's all you want now.
No, I don't. I am not looking for marriage right now.
Then you must have already given up on life. I bet by this point you're wishing you really were Dad. And so am I.
Come on.
I know that I've done a pretty good job at hiding you from him, but if he ever finds out that you're actually alive, I don't know what I'll do. I'm a little afraid of that happening. After all, Drake hates people that tell lies like that.
Then maybe you shouldn't be lying to him about me?
But having to tell him the truth will literally kill me. It's not even the fact that he'll know that you're still alive that'll kill me, though. It's the fact that he'll have to see just how disgusting of a face you actually have.
But you barely even know anything about me anymore. Like how I have a really nice job that I've been doing very well at, and that I've become a department lead there now.
Oh, shut up already. Just because you feel like you're doing well, that doesn't mean a thing when you're only working for some small, meaningless company. You haven't become anything worthwhile.
You don't even know what company I'm working for right now.
And I don't want to. I've had enough of this crap. Please get out of my face. And while you're at it, you should just vanish from this world completely.
I can't believe that you've fallen this far. I wanted to think that there would be a day in which we could make all of this right, and that we could become good friends again, but I suppose that'll never happen. If it'll make you happy, I'll make sure you never know that I exist.
If you would have done that from the very beginning, things would be amazing, but I guess now is a good time to start.
Just remember that you're the one that started all of this. If anything happens to you, I don't want to know about it. Have a nice wedding.
Why aren't you answering your phone right now? You always answered whenever I called you before.
What do you want? I was just taking a really nice nap when your call woke me up.
Oh, thank you for replying to me.
What do you want?
I need you to come to the wedding right now. Okay, Jenny?
What's going on there? I could have sworn that before you were saying that you didn't want to talk to me anymore. And you said you didn't want me coming there, right?
But things have changed since then.
Well, I'm busy at the moment, so no can do.
You were just taking a nap. Stop trying to make excuses over this.
I don't even have a good dress to wear to the wedding, so you'll just have to do without me.
If you don't come, things are gonna get out of hand. And I'm your only sister, so you need to come.
But I thought you said that I was dead, so how could I possibly attend your wedding?
I'm sorry about saying that. I didn't ever think that you would be Drake's boss.
Well, that was something that I wanted to tell you, but you were saying that I worked for some small unknown company and that I wasn't worth anything to anyone, right?
I guess you really are working for a very well-known company then, huh?
I don't think that I'm all that special, though. I'm just a hard-working person is all. But to you, I'm someone that can't ever find love. And am a disgrace to all women, right?
That's why I want to apologize now, because I said all of those terrible things about you. So, until we fully make up, could you please come to my wedding?
Why?
Because Drake is asking for you to come. He said that if you end up not coming to the wedding, that he'll never forgive me.
And?
Please don't start acting all cold towards me now. I'm really asking for you to come. I know that when you wanted to talk with me before to make up, that you were gonna talk with me about Drake being your employee, right?
Well, you have that right. I wanted to use him as a starting point for us to mend our relationship, but you ended up exploding in my face over wondering how I knew about him.
Now that I look back on that, I can see how wrong I was, and how you never had the intention of taking him from me. He told me everything. He said that ever since he entered the company, you were the one training him. And about how you guys became good friends over going out for lunch with each other.
Yep. That's why when I first found out about him becoming your boyfriend and fiancé, I was so happy for you.
He is a super nice guy, right? If I'd known that he worked for you, I would have never made up all of those lies about how you were dead. But he never wanted to call me out for lying because he didn't want to create drama between us.
Well, I was never going to talk to him about it. Of course, until I started to reach my limits. Then I had to confront him to tell him about why you were acting like this. Shouldn't you be grateful that I explained everything to him before you could?
I am grateful for that, but
I'm starting to get some texts from Mom now. She just learned about the lies you told his family, and she is freaking out a little. I'm sure that she was hoping that the two of us would have made up by now, but...
And we can make up. You just have to come to my wedding.
Why? Isn't it already a demerit for you just by having me as your older sister?
I take back everything that I said. I won't even speak about your scars anymore. So please forgive me. I want to get married to Drake.
Even if I do come, I don't think that'll make Drake forgive you.
But there's a chance. I'd already quit my job in preparation of getting married to him, and I even stopped the contract on my apartment so that I could move in with him. I also already told all my friends from college that I'd be getting married to a very well-off man. If it doesn't come true, then...
What is up with you? So this whole marriage isn't about being with Drake, but about making yourself look and feel good? I hope you know that I don't really like people that only care about the money and looks that others have.
That's not what I meant by that! Of course I care about Drake, but there's also some good that comes with the other things.
Okay.
Huh? Really? You'll forgive me? Alright, then how long will it take you to get here? The staff and everyone else is waiting for you to arrive.
I'm not coming. I said okay because I understand just how awful of a person you are. That's what I meant.
What?
I would never want one of my dear employees marrying some undesirable human like you.
You'd say that to your own little sister.
And you tell your own older sister that you wish she were dead?
That was just a small joke.
When you reach my age, it's hard to tell when someone really means what they say. So I've just decided that everything that's said to me is a fact.
Then I will take the blame for all of this.
That's not what any of this is about. I'm giving up on this.
I'm really trying my hardest to apologize to you. Why can't you sympathize with me?
Thinking that you can apologize for everything you do is where you are wrong.
What the heck? I don't get what you keep trying to get at, you ugly hag. I'm sorry, but that scar you have will never go away.
I don't care about it going away. If anything, I'm thankful that I have it.
What?
Because of this scar, I'm able to go about things the way I want.
What do you mean?
Because I can't simply make it go away with makeup, everyone that I meet, including my customers, always ask about my scars and how I got them. Since I am able to tell them the truth, they all feel sympathetic for me, making them want to entrust their work to me.
Something like that can happen?
I get asked about my scar all the time from other companies, and by now I'm well known. And because of that, I am able to succeed.
Then all of that is because of me, right?
Jeez, oh Pete, you really are just the worst of the worst when it comes to human interactions. I can't be bothered to talk with you. No matter what you try and say to me, I will not help you.
Oh, crap! I've already spent too much time talking to you. Now Drake is starting to leave.
Good to hear, because I have a really nice bed to crawl back into.
Wait, what will happen to me? Drake was supposed to pay for this wedding, but now I'll have to pay for it.
you're worried about that.
It's super important, right?
I don't know. None of that has to do with me. Well, I'm going back to sleep.
I'm asking you to wait. Mom just got into a taxi and is heading home now, too. Now it's just me here.
Well, I'm sorry to have to say this, but that's foreshadowing things to come. Bye.
Don't say that! This was supposed to be my special day.
That wedding was canceled in the end, and Drake broke off their engagement for good. Brittany continued to try and get Drake to listen to her, but every time she failed, as he'd lost all of the love he once had for her. Mom ended up having to pay for the whole wedding, since Brittany barely had a penny in her bank account. And now Brittany is stuck having to pay her back the $25,000 she owes for it all. She also relied on Drake's house to live in, but now that he left, she'll be staying at her aunt's place, since Mom doesn't even want to look at her. But soon after, even our aunt was fed up and kicked her out, making her homeless. And Mom still won't let her return home, so I guess she'll just have to get used to living on the streets for a little while. It's still a wonder to me, even today, as to why my sister looked down on me as her own older sister, just because my face was damaged by boiling water. But I suppose that perfectly reflects the terrible person that she is. At work, Drake is always thanking me for not giving in to Brittany's request, as he's now saved a lifetime of trouble. We still maintain a really good relationship at work. Well, actually, a better one now. As for me, I still think I'm going to continue life not worrying about marriage, as that's just a much more simple life. Hopefully, now that Brittany has paid for her disrespectful attitude, the world will become an even better place.